I recently went to South America on a holiday, and not knowing what to expect, I did heaps of research on TripAdvisor. Here in the South American travel series, I'll be covering Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, and Brazil. I'll be sharing with you my top picks of where to go, what to eat, and where to stay, as recommended on TripAdvisor, along with a few travel tips that will help you on your South American travels. So come along on my journey as I explore South America, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so that you don't miss out on any of these videos. Coming up on this part of my South American journey, I'm in Uyuni, Bolivia, visiting the world's largest salt flats, and believe me, they are truly breathtaking, and it's one of the highlights of my trip. We will also be exploring the streets of Uyuni, train cemetery, and the extensive street market to try out some local food. And to finish off, I'll be visiting the Bolivian lakeside town of Copacabana and the beautiful Isla De Sol on my way to Peru. Today is my day 1 here, and I'm only here for 2 days because I'm here to see the famous Bolivian Salt Flats. Uyuni is a small city by the Andes Mountains, and it is at an elevation of 3,656 meters above sea level. So when you get here, you will definitely feel the effects of altitude sickness. And to avoid this, I suggest you ascend slowly. It wasn't possible in my case, so I brought along some altitude sickness pills with me. While you're here, make sure you drink plenty of water and be sure to have that coca tea, as it will really help you with altitude sickness. I'm on my way to the tour company Red Planet to check in for my Salt Flats tour. I booked in a 1-day shared service tour with them to visit the Salt Flats, and I have to check in with my passport and pay the tour fee a couple of hours before the tour starts. This tour costed me 490 Bolivianos per person, which is roughly about 70 USD. So I suggest you bring US dollars with you. We're making our way to the outskirts of Uyuni to visit the Great Train Graveyard. As you can see, these trains have now been abandoned because of technical difficulties and tensions with neighboring countries. One of the tips that I want to share with you is, by the time you get to the train cemetery, you will notice crowds of people, as this is the first stop for all the tour companies before heading out to Salt Flats. It's best to visit this place in the evening or early in the morning to avoid the tourists. It's actually in a walkable distance from the center of Uyuni. It takes about 15 minutes by walk, or you can catch a cab for about 10 to 15 Bolivianos, which is roughly around $2. Just stop by here to take a couple of pictures and to explore this area. So now we are making our way to Salt Flats, going back to the car, taking us to Cocachini, where we visited local markets for some souvenir shopping, and from there we stopped by for lunch, which was provided by the tour company Red Planet. After months of research on TripAdvisor, I am so glad I went with Red Planet. We had an English-speaking guide, he was very well prepared, and he gave us enough time to reflect and appreciate the surroundings. So just got to the amazing Bolivian Salt Flats. It is so freaking cool. It's just white salt everywhere. I can't see where it ends, and the sun is out. The white sand is just so striking that I have to have these glasses on because I can't see anything. I don't even know if this thing is recording, but man, this place is amazing. It is the coolest place on earth. If you ever get a chance, make sure you come here. The drive here on the Salt Flats was so cool. You could like see the little ripple of salt on the floor, and even the floor, like that thing is like, it's like a stone. It's like a salt stone. Amazing. So cool.
Shooting from the sky as if thrown from Mars. Only try to please, don't let me down. 'Cause we'll start falling, falling, falling towards the ground.
Like I mentioned before, this place is breathtaking and it's amazing for pictures. Something that you definitely have to do here is take perspective pictures. Our guide was so patient and he helped us with our perspective photos. You can do almost anything here, so plan before you go and get creative. So I'm currently in the island of Incausi. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it is the island of Cactus. There are quite a lot of cactus here, as you can see. So this is a sacred place of the Incas. They come here to celebrate the festival every year just before the harvest, and they've got all of these cactus in the background. Some of them are about 100 years old and some are 1,000 years old, and our tour guide is going to take us around and talk more about the history of this island. So let's go.
Only try to please, don't let me down. 'Cause we'll start falling, falling, falling towards the ground.
We finished off the tour watching this beautiful sunset that pictures and videos don't do justice. There is no better way to finish off a perfect day. If you're thinking of going to South America, I highly recommend you visit the Bolivian Salt Flats. If you have time, try going on a 3-day tour for a full Bolivian experience. We're in this very traditional local Bolivian restaurant, and we've ordered pretty local food because I'm really interested in trying out the local food while I'm here, because I'm only here for a couple of days, so trying to make the most of it. We ordered salchipapa, which is potato fries and sausages, beef de milanesa. The beef was deep fried and it came with rice and salad. And finally, lomo saltado, which is marinated stir fry of sirloin strips and french fries. These three were the most common dishes I came across. And I also ordered a delicious pisco sour to prep for my Peru trip, which is where I'm going next. Food looks pretty interesting and I can't wait to dig in. I'm here at my hotel, Casa Andina. Let me show you how it looks. This is one of the coolest hotel rooms I've ever been in. As you can see, this wall and this cool little art, it's all made out of salt. These bricks you see, they are salt bricks. How cool is that? And the whole room, excuse for the mess. Yeah, let me show you guys how the room looks. Everything in this room has some kind of salt feature in it. If you can see, the bed, the headboard is this thing here. It's made out of salt. It's like this huge salt freaking headboard, and it's so hard, and if you kind of bang against your head, you will probably bruise yourself. And yeah, we've got a pretty big room here. I think I only booked a normal looking room, but then we've got 2 beds. It's massive. It's a massive room. 3 people can easily fit in. And the cool feature about these salt bricks is that they have lithium in them. So Uyuni, Bolivia, it gets very, very cold. So what these salt flats do is, when there is warmth, they take that all in, and when it's cold, it releases the warmth. So that's how people in Uyuni kind of stay warm, I guess, because some of the places that we went to, there were no heaters, no nothing, but the place was still warm. And I was wondering, what the hell? How the hell is it still -1 degree outside and it's still warm? So that's a cool little fact. And outside, we've got this cool little lounge area where there is nice fireplace in front, and that area is open to hang out at any time of the day. We've got this little breakfast area where they have nice hot tea, so people just get their tea and just sit in the lounge in front of the fire and just relax. This place is totally cool. If you ever visit Uyuni, Bolivia, I would really recommend staying at this place. The hotel is Hotel Casa Andina. On day 2, we explored the streets of Uyuni. Uyuni is a very small town, so there isn't much to do here. But lucky for us, it was a Thursday. And Thursday is a big market day in Uyuni, when the main streets get taken over by stalls selling anything from fruits, veggies, clothes, art to the most random stuff. There's food everywhere in the market, so we were so lucky to try some amazing food while we were here. I recommend you try everything, as some of these items you won't be able to order them in the restaurants. My favorite was trucha fish, which they deep fry and serve it with a side of massive Bolivian corn and lots of anchovies. Don't forget to try the llama meat while you're here. I wasn't so sure about it at first, but after trying it, you would be surprised by how good it tastes. Uyuni is very safe. There's military everywhere, as this is a military town. We walked around 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. at night, and we never once felt unsafe in this place. My next destination is Peru, but to get there I'm flying to La Paz first. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to explore La Paz, but that's something that I would like to do next time I'm here. Hey guys, it's another beautiful day here in Bolivia, and today I'm making my way to Puno. So I'm catching a bus to get to Puno, and as part of that we are making little stops at all these different places, and we are here in a small village and it looks so beautiful. Let me show you how it looks. We used Bolivia hop bus services to get from La Paz to Cusco, Peru via Copacabana and Puno. I recommend this over flying directly to Cusco, Peru, as you get to experience pockets of Bolivia. But beware, these bus rides are very long, and if you don't enjoy long bus rides, I suggest you don't do it. So I'm in Copacabana right now, waiting for my lunch, enjoying these beautiful views. I'm still on my way to Puno. After my lunch, I'll be getting on a boat ride to go to this island called Isla De Sol. I think that's how I pronounce it. It's called Islands of Sun, to get much better views of the city or village, Copacabana. The ride from La Paz to Cusco with the stops costed us about $50 per person, and you can book mini tours with them at the different stops you make. So I just took a 1-hour boat ride to get to this place called Isla De Sol. It's called the Island of Sun. It's very, very beautiful. Just passed by a 100-year-old or 1,000-year-old Inca temple. It's just ruins right now, so that was quite cool to see. And there are a couple of tiki huts over here. This whole place is so beautiful. I'm enjoying the sun, and I'm gonna go walk to the viewpoint, which is about a 1-hour walk. So glad to be getting some exercise in. So let's go. Let's see how this Isla De Sol looks like. Copacabana is a complete contrast from the quiet town Uyuni. If you have time, stay here for a day, unwind, and enjoy this pretty lakeside town sipping on some pisco sours. As for Uyuni, I loved my stay there. The salt flats were breathtaking and out of this world. I was just so awestruck at the first sight. It reminded me something of a movie set. This small and quirky town has so much to offer. If you're going to Bolivia, I highly recommend you make a stop to experience the culture and the beautiful sights of Uyuni. That concludes my Bolivia journey. Next stop in the South American travel series is Peru to visit the Incas. So join me on my journey by subscribing to my channel, and also hit that notification button so that you don't miss out on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.